Welcome to the Thera engine update for February. In this update we have a lot of new editor features. First off, we have model importing without the use of any code. As you can see, making a model and putting it in the engine is pretty straightforward. Just export it as DAE or OBJ. In the editor, you can right-click a folder and choose Import File. Then navigate to Static Mesh and choose the model you exported. We've also now got a model viewer. The viewer will show all rigid and soft meshes along with each level of detail each mesh has. Each level of detail has the distance value at which they appear and can be assigned their own material. Materials have a nice little sphere preview and show all the uniform parameters that you can modify dynamically through the editor. New worlds can also be created and loaded through the editor, including hard-coded ones like the unit testing world I've been continually modifying and showing in previous updates. Just double-click the world and it will be loaded in. The editor camera has also been improved. It will now rotate and translate relative to the selected actor or the mouse's point of collision in the world. The focus point will stay in the same spot on the screen no matter how you move the camera. Also, just in case you haven't noticed, point light shadows are working now. As you can see, shadows are projected from all directions from the light's position. This next feature is extremely useful. You can now undo and redo any changes you make within the editor. Every change I just made in this scene can be undone. The scene is now back to how it was when this clip first started. When I say any change can be undone, I mean just about any change. I'll show this off now by changing some material properties of the sphere. I'll drag it around too, just for good measure. And another one, why not? Even the point light, whatever. Now I can just undo everything, put it back to how it used to be. Or I can redo it. Or I can undo it like halfway. Then I can make some new changes. Move that. And undo all that. And it's still back to how it was. Everything you can undo and redo will be shown in these handy drop-down menus up here. You can undo or redo one by one or select something specific to go back to. Actors can now be dragged directly out of the file tree and spawn in the world dynamically. Spawning uses the drag and drop feature to make placement quick and efficient. You can also change the actor's scale, rotation, and placement distance with variations of holding Alt and Shift and scrolling the mouse wheel. The last feature for this video is a new text editor. This text editor can be used to edit Python scripts you can create directly within the editor along with other text data. Right now it's fairly basic, but I'm planning to add syntax highlighting for Python along with autocomplete and error underlining. Currently, it shows line numbers along with highlighting what lines have been changed since the last save. So that's all for this update. Right now, some of my current goals are to finish the PBR shaders I showed off in the last update, to add a material editor, and to continue polishing the editor and its various windows and features. The editor is just about production ready, which I'm super excited about. We can finally start putting together Chroma Crossfire, and I'll be sure to post videos and updates about that here. As usual, like, subscribe, and consider pledging to our Patreon to help us out financially. Pledging will really help us develop the engine and finish Chroma Crossfire as soon as possible. See you in the next video!